Good morning, piping community. This is Swamp Piper this morning. Hopefully, everybody's having a good weekend. Was putting together a short video on using a vegetable peeler for slicing plugs as opposed to using a knife, which most people do, and I do it a lot of times too. Um, the one that I tend to use that works well is a Opinel that you can get for pretty cheap online. Um, but I found that the vegetable peeler actually works really well, and it's another cheap alternative and gives you, in some cases, a lot more control slicing the flakes. So we're going to go ahead and use a plug today. It's a Cascadia Downwind. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down and kind of show you what the plug looks like. And so the Cascadia plugs are pretty dense, pretty well packed. So should be easily sliced by the knife, but I'll go ahead and show you. So the vegetable peeler that I use is this one here. Now some people will use the old carrot peeler, which I've used too, but for some reason I like this handheld vegetable peeler because it just gives you a better control. So essentially you just go on the side of the plug, and I'm going to see if I can readjust this to kind of show it. It's kind of hard. Okay, so essentially you just go at the end of the plug here, go to the very edge, put some pressure down on it while holding the plug, and slice all the way through the plug, and you end up with a very thin, very easily rubbed out flake. I didn't go all the way to the end, but try this again. There we go. Again, very paper thin, which is what you want. Okay. Easy to rub out. So if I take these two little thin flakes that I've done and just rub them out very gently, you'll see that you have a nice rubbed out tobacco there for packing. I'll show y'all with the carrot peeler too, because that one tends to work pretty good too. So essentially you just take the carrot peeler, go to the end, and do the same thing. But the carrot peeler, the problem with that is it tends to go a little bit too deep, and this is a pretty stout plug, but it's not as stout as like 3P, for example. So the red carrot peeler, it goes too deep into it, and it actually starts to separate the plug. So that's the reason I like this one. So anyway, that's a little breakdown on using the vegetable peeler for slicing plugs.